It should really be called Whore University, because a bunch of the thoughts that went there, right, are talentless that went to that streamer university. And these are gassing them up. I see a bunch of mid-black bitches. Baboon. And they're sipping on these hoes. Oh, this is bad. No, she ain't. Hair fake, nail fake, BBLs.
That's a wild clip, isn't it? I'm gonna show you guys the rest in a minute, but I had to take a moment because I couldn't believe that shit was real. I'm like, there's no way that a black man is getting in front of a camera talking about the black community and using chimp sounds. This just can't be real. It's got to be trolling or AI. Like, there's no world that exists that somebody even as goofy as Myron is gonna go and do this. But apparently this shit is real, and he actually did it. And maybe he does this stuff all the time. Some of you guys might not be surprised. I don't watch his content. So when I saw this, that shit blew my mind. And it also doesn't really make all that much sense because they're trying to be streamers. They're not trying to be models. Now, being attractive can definitely help you, but there's a lot of big streamers that aren't very attractive because they're funny, they're good at a game, they have good talking points. Like, there's a lot of things you could bring to the table that will build you a viewership that have nothing to do with how you look. But regardless, this is the rest of what he said.
Bro. Seriously? What? All I see? These f***ing whores, man. And this is on Twitch, by the way. FYI, on f***ing Twitch, man. On f***ing Twitch. These f***ing losers will ban me for giving y'all real political commentary on what the f*** is going on in Gaza, right? What the f*** is going on with the GOP, with the Democratic Party. We're doing real-time analysis of multiple armed conflicts, whether it's in Russia and Ukraine or with the Israelis in Gaza, foreign policy, domestic policy, the economy, tariffs, all this other shit. Niggas banned me for that on Twitch, but then they let this chick right here chimp out and twerk all over the place. Mind you, most of the people that watch this bitch are kids. Good kids. Twitch, man. At this rate, these are gonna be out of business soon enough, man. I just typed their name once, and this is the first video that comes up, bro. Look at this shit. See, I wonder why I make fun of black people so much. We don't push good content, man. What is this shit? The cumulative IQ of the individuals that went to streamer university is probably a 60. They're retarded. I didn't see one smart streamer in that fucking bitch. I get it, creative idea and shit, but it's like, bro, it's a bunch of fucking... If we're gonna be honest, I ain't see no white people in there. I seen one Asian bitch, and that's about it. I ain't see like no other race.
That's a lot of goofy shit to unpack. Now, as far as the Kaya thing regarding the kids, I give him a little bit of leniency on that argument. And the only reason why is because there are a lot of kids on Twitch. But at the same time, if she's not trying to build a kid audience, that's not on her. That's on the parents to parent their kids to make sure they know what their kids are actually watching. It's no different than if you have cable at your house. You could put a cartoon on for a kid, and then if you go in the kitchen and you never check in again, that kid could have went up to channel 42 or something and watched somebody get shot with a gun in a movie. Like, that's just the way that it is. There's accessible channels on the cable network that you wouldn't want them to watch, no different than there's accessible channels on Twitch that you might not want them to watch. And even if they put 18 plus, all the kid has to do is click a thing that says I'm 18 or make an account and lie about their date of birth. So it's up to you as a parent to watch what's going on with your kid. It's not on Kaya to be like, yo, we got to do an age verification before I do my twerk. It shouldn't be any kids in there in the first place. Now, aside from that, he obviously has a huge hatred for the black community. I don't know where that stems from. I understand his point in some situations because I've always been that person that's not just going to champion my community. I'm going to call out the bullshit that we do, but I'm still going to support them. I'm going to love them because that's my community. I'm not going to sit here and just completely degrade them because that doesn't make any sense. And I feel like it comes from a place of him not being accepted or not feeling accepted. And someone like Kai Cenat is loved in the black community, the white community, the Asian community, like pretty much every community. And at this point, his only niche is the racist community. And so the fact that he's not accepted anywhere else, I just think that that bothers him. And so I feel like he lashes out at the black community. He lashes out at people like Kai Cenat who are getting love from a bunch of different communities because he can't get that same love. And I think that deep down, that shit bothers him when he goes to sleep at night. And as far as him saying that the black community is not putting out good content right now, I don't really understand what he's talking about. out because some of the best content coming out right now is coming from the black community, whether it's Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, PBM, Silky. Like there's a lot of big black creators in the space that are doing stuff that weren't doing things 10 years ago. If you would have said this 10 years ago, maybe you'd have had a better argument, but I feel like right now it doesn't make any sense. Now, as far as educational, yeah, it might not be the most educational, but neither is any of the other streams. There's very few streams that are all educational. And honestly, there's no point in them being educational. This is streaming. This isn't school. That's for high school, middle school, college. They teach you educational shit. Your parents teach you educational shit. Streams are entertainment. It's no different than if I watch a movie. I watch Game of Thrones. It's like it's not teaching me anything educational. I'm watching it because I'm enjoying watching it. It's entertainment. So it's like his arguments for things just don't really make any sense. And I feel like he's just at a point where he's just grasping at shit that he could say because he wants to get some clicks and views off of something popular that he sees going on. And so he wants to dive into it. And I completely understand. We all do that as content creators. I wasn't in the mood to make videos for the past 5 days or so, or I would have made some videos about Streamer University, but I wouldn't have hated on it like him. I would have talked about very specific moments and talked about drama or just different shit that was going on. He's just going out of the way to be like, yo, black people, y'all suck. We hate all of you. You do nothing good. Everything you do is horrible. All you do is twerk. It's like, bro, where is this coming from? You've got to relax, my guy. Because there was a lot of good shit that happened. There was that streamer Kai who was called unattractive, and everybody came together to support her, mostly from the black community, which shows that there's unity there. There's positivity, but you're not looking at that because that doesn't push your narrative.
Why are you calling? Dude, one sec, yo, I'll call you back. No, there was just, like, I was just streaming last night, and there was just someone who was, like, talking shit about me, and people came into my chat saying that she was, like...
Who say that? Who say that?
Listen, I don't know.
Listen, they think I'm musty, okay? So I'm telling you right now, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know.
You got this shit.
It's just weird because I'm like, we're all in the same position, and like, it's like, you know, you're seeing more people than you've ever seen in your streams before, and then someone who's in the same spot as you is the one talking shit, you know? It's like...
Damn, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, three of us have been through hella shit.
They call me.
They call me. They said I'm DL last month. They thought I was gay. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. It is what it is. Don't trip about this shit. This shit is. You can't trip over this shit. Okay? This shit is fake. That ass. All right? Okay. Don't let people just their opinion and shit affect who you are as a person. All right? So give me a hug.
Thank you, man.
What's your name?
Kai.
Kai?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
They all go through it. They call him shit, y'all. They say he's gay. They say look at his teeth. You know what I'm saying?
He told you. He said, whoa, I got to say all that.
And he had extensions 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't help it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ignore it, bro. You gotta ignore it, bro.
Right, Dante's class so bad right now.
Got it. Go skip. You skip. Go. Come on, bro.
Thank you guys.
Shout out to these brands, man. Droptics, Bays, and Moon Oral Beauty. I'm not getting paid from this. They just seen people receiving help. There's been so much wholesome vibes, and I want to keep it going, bro. They're willing to offer $5,000 to 3 different streamers to do their first ever brand deal, okay? So I mulled it over with the chat, and the decision was Esty, Coach, and Kai. Can you please come to the front of the class? Congrats. Congrats.
And aside from those 2 clips, she also got 500 subs donated from Your Age, 500 from Sauce Walker, and Kai also said that he'd do a Minecraft stream with her in the future and hung out on her stream to help her get her viewers up. So that's a lot of people coming together to try to support somebody in a moment when they weren't feeling too good about themselves. That's the shit that should be highlighted about Streamer University, not Kaya twerking for 3 seconds on a stream because you want to try to play up this angle that the black community is horrible, instead of pointing out the fact that the black community came together to help a black woman feel better about herself and to help push her along on her career of streaming. There's also another streamer by the name of Emily CC who's been live for over 3 years, which in my opinion is one of the craziest achievements I've ever heard in my entire life. To be live on a camera for 3 years straight is extremely impressive and in my opinion scary. But because of that, she's kind of become a hermit. She just sits in her house, she streams a lot, she goes out for groceries, she does some IRL. But even with IRL, you can only be so social because you're constantly on a camera in front of a chat. And because of that, she's become very shy. And so she felt very uncomfortable going to Streamer University. Well, guess what? The black community came out and helped her feel comfortable, got her up, got her dancing, and she left in tears, happy that she was able to make those connections and that she was able to get out of her shell. So it's like, why are these not the things that we're talking about? Why are these not the positive things about the black community that are being pushed instead of, oh, Kaya twerked for 3 seconds, the black community is trash? It's just crazy how a black person, somebody in our own community, is spinning these narratives to make us all look bad just so he can get money from the racist niche on YouTube, on Twitter, on whatever app he happens to be on. Is wild to me. I really don't get it. And then you also got Asian girls like my girl 3 Millie cooking, rapping, doing her thing.
So what do you go to Streamer University for? What is your
Well, I'm trying to start a rap business.
Yeah.
Because I really like rapping.
You like, okay. Oh, you like rapping. Okay.
I do.
Let me hear something.
And, oh, of course.
Yeah.
I put her tongue on my dick. Look at my wrist about 10.
These are the things that should be talked about, the positive moments, the friendships, the people making long-lasting relationships with others and networking and getting ahead in their career field and learning things and trying to do stuff that they want to do with their life. Like, this is a beautiful thing that Kai put together. And it frustrates me from the outside looking in to see somebody hating on it because they want to make a couple of bucks, because they up their whole career. That's that's what Fresh and Fit did. They messed up their whole career. They ruined it. They got crazy. They got banned on a lot of platforms. And now their only option is trying to pander to the racist niche in hopes that they'll be saved on the platforms that accept that shit. And it's crazy and it's sad. And I feel bad for you. Okay. And I feel even more bad for the other guy that's with you because I feel like he don't even agree with you, but he kind of got stuck on this path with you. And now y'all both in the shit house. And that's just the way that it is. I don't know what to tell you, but y'all got to just let this shit go. It's not that serious, bro. Bunch of people came together. They had a good time. They made friends. They networked. They built their careers up. They went their separate way, and now they have a bunch of people that they can collab with for the rest of their streaming careers. And there's going to be some future big streamers that come out of this, whether it's this year, next year, or however many years that he does it. And you can continue to hate from the sideline, but you're not going to get anything out of it. So this is just kind of a lesson to just like be better. You know, what's my man name on Twitter? Joey Swole. You need to do better.